For our final segment, let's get up Rocco Pasafumi with his movie review.
Yes. And this is based on, naturally, the story of the Ten Commandments. Moses, an Egyptian prince, played by Baal, is banished by his brother Ramses, played by Edgerton, when it's discovered that he is actually an adopted Hebrew slave. When Moses learns that he is the chosen one of the Hebrew deity, he seeks to liberate his fellow Hebrews from slavery in Egypt. We all know the story, naturally, because it's, like I said, the original movie that started all that was the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments is one of the greatest movies in cinema. The thing with this particular movie is that it is a good movie. It's well made. Ridley Scott has had a great career doing many great movies like Alien and Blade Runner and Gladiator. So this is kind of like very much in the vein, particularly of Gladiator. The only thing, though, is I feel like when you're comparing this to a classic like Ten Commandments, it's very hard to duplicate that. I mean, this has a great cast, just like the Ten Commandments does. The only problem is that the cast is not really utilized very well. I feel like Ridley Scott's flair is not really for drama, and I feel like Ten Commandments excelled at the drama. That's why Ten Commandments was a 4-hour movie, and it was so enthralling that you didn't feel like it was 4 hours. This is like 2.5 hours, and you're just kind of like, you don't feel as emotionally invested in this particular movie as you were in the Ten Commandments, and we all know the story of it. I mean, it's so familiar to us. And but the aspects where the movie does kind of work is the effects. I mean, even so, when you have the whole scene with the parting in the Red Sea. Parting in the Red Sea is one of the classic cinema moments. When it's in the Ten Commandments, as old as the Ten Commandments is, it's still amazing and breathtaking, and the fact that so much imagination was put into that. I mean, yes, you do have CGI with this new, with the sequences in this, but it doesn't have that same level of awe that you would have with that. I mean, you could have the biggest budget and the biggest amount of CGI. It just doesn't, for some weird reason, it doesn't hold the same magic. So, unfortunately, with this particular movie, I mean, it's going to do well, naturally, because there hasn't been a movie made like of that story in a while. So, and it's a good movie. It's worth seeing if you're interested in it. But I feel like in the long term, it's not going to be the same thing as the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments is a classic, and unfortunately, it casts such a long shadow over Exodus that, Exodus maybe might not seem quite as weak as it does if it wasn't for the Ten Commandments. So I have to give Exodus, Gods and Kings 3 out of 5 stars. So thank you very much.
Good job, Rocco. Thank all our guests. Thanks, Dennis Kelly. It was a compelling report. Thanks to Joel Wexler. Thanks to Ed Glisser. Thanks to all our guests for coming. The segment was fascinating. Loved those books. Thanks to everyone. Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Thanks to the Minch family for their amazing hospitality. And let me wrap with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time. Please join us next Sunday for the show of Halftime. But at this time, we are out of time. See you next Sunday.